I have over 12,000 hours inside of CSGO, and it is a game that I love very much, and I have learned so much through over the past 5 years. I came into the game not knowing anything about it at all, and I had nobody to teach me, nobody to learn from, and I had to learn everything kind of through my own experience and through my own eyes, right? So I want to make sure that you guys do not have to deal with that when, you're loading up CS2 and trying out the game for the first time. And I want to make sure that you guys have the best chance you possibly can have at ranking up inside of the game. And, for some of you out there that can take it very seriously, even becoming a professional player inside of the game, I want to teach you guys how to make money from this game. I want to teach you guys how to be happy with your rank in this game and how to absolutely destroy the other team and be the best player you possibly can be. But before we get into it, I just wanted to let you guys know we have a sponsor for today's video, and I want to share a message about them very quickly. Hey guys, make sure to check out CSGO Net. On CSGO Net, you can play with upgrades, trade-ups, and of course, so many different cases with extremely cool drops inside. Here's an example of one of the cases. I unboxed a pair of Shadow Daggers Doppler for huge profit. I also used their upgrade feature to get an M4A1S skin that I love while making profit with it. Withdrawing on the site is extremely easy. Simply go to your profile, find the skin that you want, and click claim. So guys, if you want to play on CSGO Net, they have so many options on how to deposit. If you use code CoJoMo, you will get a 40% bonus to your deposit. That is insane. For those of you lucky enough, there's a limited code CoJo that will get you a 100% bonus on your deposit. Link to CSGO Net will be in the description. All right. Now that we shared this sponsored message, let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about what you are going to do in order to succeed inside of CS2 and what you can start doing now, even though the game has not even been released yet. All right, before we get into it, CS2 is going to change, right? CS2 is absolutely going to change, and what you see right now in the playtesting and with all these mechanics and stuff, there's going to be changes. It doesn't matter what game comes out. When it is in the beta, it is a lot different than the game that you play when it's fully released, right? And to further expand on that, even when the game actually is released, it is constantly going to go through changes. Look at CSGO and how CSGO looked at the beginning of its life versus how it looks now, right? So it's always going to be changing, but we got to realize that even when it's always changing, we can still kind of, abuse the system in a way and get some early, tricks and stuff on the CS2 that other players are not going to be ready for, right? So before we even load in the game, I haven't gotten my beta access yet. But before we even load in the game, we can literally start looking at the mechanics and start brainstorming ideas and ways that we're going to, abuse whatever mechanics are in the game. So what does that mean for CS2, man? It means literally like the smoke stuff, like start abusing that. Start shooting around the edges of smoke, doing grenade plays, doing stuff like that individually by yourself, and taking advantage of these new mechanics that older players in CSGO are not going to be ready for, right? You're never going to beat these older players in CSGO that have this knowledge, but if you abuse these new mechanics, it's really going to catch them off guard and not allow them to, be ready for what you are doing. Now, the second tip, and something I will be helping you guys with out as soon as I get access to the beta and throughout when the game is launched, is play on proper settings, guys, right? I will show you guys, and you can look at my CSGO settings. Literally, if you just use my CSGO settings in CS2, you will be perfectly fine. But if you can use the right settings from the beginning of when you are playing, you are going to have a huge advantage over newer players that have no idea what settings to use. They are not coming from CSGO. They don't know what to do. So literally, I will put the video to my old settings on CSGO up here. Use those for now, and you will be perfectly fine. You will destroy these players in CS2 because they're playing on, regular settings with bad crosshair and all this stuff. And if you can actually just play on settings that are better, then you are going to have that advantage in the game, and you're going to learn what to do. Now, guys, with CS2, one of the most important things you're going to need to know is positioning. Make sure that you are always playing in a spot that you're only exposed to a small number of angles from, right? Try to not play in open places where you're exposed to multiple angles that people could peek you from. Positioning is everything in CS2, and especially with these new updates, you really need to be able to have the ability to lock down one area and not get overwhelmed from multiple angles because you're put yourself in a bad spot. Now, if you want to know a real cheat code to destroying in CS2 and getting better, it is playing with better people. It is playing with people that are better than you. Maybe they've played CSGO, maybe they have this experience. they are going to teach you, and you can spectate them and learn from them, right? You're going to become a much better player if you surround yourself with better players. When CS2 comes out, guys, and I'm going to try to do this too, try to play with the best players you possibly can, right? I'm going to be trying to play with pro players and people that I can learn from, and people that are maybe ahead of the ball, ahead of the game. And also, guys, you have to realize that these are your contacts, right? These are your players that are, have access to these higher leagues, higher places that maybe could vouch for you, maybe could give you a way in and give you that opportunity, even though you might not actually deserve that opportunity if you didn't know them, right? So making these connections is going to be vital to getting where you want to be inside of the scene. And this is especially true for those of you that are trying to make it in the pro level, right? So that is going to be your key for the pro level. And for those of you just wanting to play matchmaking and stuff like that, that is going to be your key to getting global when maybe you don't actually deserve it based on pure skill and pure mechanics. Now, we can shortcut this by utilizing a simple trick. So what we can shortcut this by, if you don't have friends, if you don't have connections, is just watching pro demos, watching pros play, and literally mirroring and replicating what they are doing. And you're not going to be able to do it as good as they can, but maybe you can start building that muscle memory and building those strong mechanics through what you're watching, right? Maybe you're watching CoJo play and CoJo throws some insane smoke, a one-way smoke or some crazy bouncing smoke. Well, get into a server and start throwing that, right? Get into a server and start learning that smoke. And guys, I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to give you so many tutorials on what to do specifically for these nades, for these workshop maps, for everything, man. But you need to get in there and learn this utility. Utility is huge for CS2, right? Utility is everything inside of Counter-Strike, and you need to understand and know how to use it. It's not good enough to just go around and start shooting and relying on your aim, right? CS is so unique because it relies on these nades, these smokes, these flashes, and if you can outplay your opponent with utility, it doesn't even matter if they're better than you. So learn utility, learn these nades and mechanics, and you're gonna be set, right? So that's the biggest thing, guys. Now, last, the thing that you have to do, there's no and ifs or buts about it. You need to make sure that you have a proper aim training routine, right? If you are newer to the game, your aim is not going to get better if you just hop on the game and start playing. If you're serious about ranking up and serious about becoming a professional player, you need to make sure that you have an aim training routine that can consistently get you warm and get you ready so that you're not losing fights that you shouldn't be losing. I did say earlier that CSGO is mostly positioning, mostly smokes, mostly this stuff, but there comes down to these fights that are just 1v1 fights or maybe even 1v2 fights, and you're going to let yourself down if you don't have the ability to win these fights and, aim sharply and aim crisply. So also, if you aim train, guys, you're going to get away with more stuff. If there's two people peeking you and maybe you usually only go 1 for 1, you only get 1 kill. Well, maybe because you aim trained and you're sharp, you're crisp, you got 2 kills there and you get to survive and, win the round. So it's just stuff to think about. And if you're aiming really sharp and fast, then you can get away with a lot more. You can, if you're playing CoJo and CoJo has 12,000 hours in CSGO, you can get away with killing him when maybe you shouldn't have because CoJo didn't warm up and you sat there for an hour warming up and DMing and doing all this stuff. So just keep that in mind and make sure that you understand that aiming and aim training literally bails you out from situations where you probably should never win. So it's kind of a little cheat code to beating better players, even though they technically should be way better than you. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I hope that these tips really helped you out. I'm trying to teach you guys how to become the best players you possibly can. And all of my advice today is also applicable to CSGO. I'm just going to start transitioning some of this new, some of this stuff to the new game CS2. So bear in mind that anything I'm saying, guys, can be literally copy and pasted into CSGO because that is where I learned. That's where I grinded. That's where I, make my living from. So just keep that in mind that if you want to get better in CSGO, this totally can work for that too. But yeah, if you guys made it to this point in the video, comment rocket launcher in the comments. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take that away. I know they're pretty sensitive about violence, but comment rocket launcher and let me know you guys watched at the end. I'm going to be doing a lot of tutorial videos. I'm going to be teaching these players how to, get better at CS2 and take my knowledge from CSGO and put it into the new game. So I hope that you guys enjoy. We're gonna keep grinding. We post videos every single day. Check out my channel every day for a new video. It's awesome. We're gonna learn together. We're gonna grow together. And this year is going to be our year. I've said this since the beginning in January, man. This year is our year, and look at what opportunities we have been given already, guys. Make this our year. Make this the best one yet, and make me proud, guys. I want to see you guys ranking up. I want to see you leveling up, and can't wait. I actually can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys at the top, and I can't wait to be in the server with you guys at the top. So this year been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. We're going to keep learning, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Peace.